1977, two films opened within weeks of each other. One was from an Oscar-winning film director, and the other one was from a young buck whose previous film was a wish fulfillment fantasy from his childhood. One director was George Lucas, who after American Graffiti made Star Wars, and the other director was William Friedkin, who previously had made French Connection and Exorcist, but now threw onto the world a remake of Wages of Fear entitled Sorcerer.
In 1971, William Friedkin directed The French Connection. It received 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of the Year. In 1974, he directed The Exorcist. It made history. Since then, Friedkin has spent over 2 years in 5 countries, on 3 continents, creating his latest film, an unusual adventure into the realm of suspense.
The film tells the story of 4 very desperate men who have found themselves in a piss-poor town in South America looking for any means to escape financially. They're offered a chance to transport 2 trucks full of leaking nitroglycerin to oil fire in the middle of the jungle. But of course, loading up the trucks isn't enough. They have to transport this highly unstable chemical through treacherous jungle terrain. The film's very definition of multinational. The 4 leads, only one of them is American. There's a French businessman who's recently been indicted and facing legal prosecution, and his partner just committed suicide, who goes on a run. There's Roy Schneider as an Irish mob getaway driver who finds himself at the mercy of the Italian mob and so flees the country. There's a Palestinian terrorist who's wanted in Israel, and a Mexican hitman whose actual reasons for being there aren't known. In the start of the film he kills a chap on the balcony, but then you never really find out what made him end up in this piss poor town.
They've had 15 minutes.
Yes. One moment. I have a letter. I wonder if you would post it for me.
Paris. That could take a month.
Yes. Just keep it for me.
I'll take care of it.
William Friedkin's target with the film is globalisation. This is shown in numerous shots of the brutal dictator, who's obviously backed by the CIA, and lots of shots of Coca-Cola, which may look like product placement, but in actual fact is a criticism of Coca-Cola's production plants in South America exploiting cheap labour. It's weird to say it, but Friedkin's never been that kind about Roy Schneider's performance in the film, which is jaw-dropping because it's absolutely phenomenal. Friedkin always saw him as a supporting character, like in The French Connection. But if you ask me, his lead performances in Jaws and this establish him as one of the premier leading men of that time.
4 men, condemned by their past, robbed of their future, trapped in a life that was also a death. 4 men take an incredible chance, face an impossible challenge, and risk the only thing they have left to lose.
Sorcerer has been buried under numerous licensing agreements, which means it's barely been seen. So this new Blu-ray edition, although it doesn't come with any extra features, is a joy to behold. To have a film this rare in everyone's collection and within easy reach, and to see the best possible version of it, is remarkable. William Friedkin really went the extra mile with this. He even threatened to sue Paramount just purely so they'd open up his archives and his guys can go and have a look at it and try and find original film materials. Warner Brothers bought some of Paramount's archives, and so they got it. And with a great relationship from their previous editions of The Exorcist, they knew William Friedkin and the world audience would be dying to see his film again, and they've not disappointed with a sterling edition of the Blu-ray. The only extra you get is a digibook, which comes with a chapter from the Friedkin Connection, his autobiography, on the making of the film, so it's informative, but the real treat here is the film itself, delivered with an amazing soundtrack, brilliant visuals, and it's time to reappraise Sorcerer.